Good morning and welcome to a very blustery Austin Avenue. As of about 3 minutes ago, the wind shifted from the south and it is now blowing a tremendous amount. There's a whirlpool. We're downtown Waco and we're here for the 95th annual Veterans Day Parade through downtown Waco. What an exciting day. It's changing of weather and great things are happening. Joining me again this year is Kelly Crane. Kelly is our co-host and has done the most work on the preparation to get everything ready.
I don't know about that. There is a team puts this together. So many people, you behind the scenes, so many people. It's amazing.
Well, and we mostly hope the fact that you're going to be able to enjoy this in your warmth of your bedroom or home or living room or wherever it is. We've got 5 cameras downtown Waco, and we're holding on to them right now because they are blowing like crazy. The wind has shifted tremendously. We're going to have you an opportunity also to text us, email us, or let us know that you're watching so that we can do some shout outs. And so that's what we want to do. Is if you have a veteran in your family that you would like to recognize or honor in some way, you can go to our website. If you're streaming live, and at the bottom of it, it'll tell you how to get to it. You can also email us at doryh@wacotx.gov. So those are 2 or 3. We'll talk about that again too. But anyway, we're really putting that up there. The weather is totally different, and the flags I know on the Alico building, as I'm looking at it right now, it's blowing from the north now, and a while ago it was blowing from the other direction. The parade starts up at the other end of the deal, and Kelly, you are our play-by-play announcer, and we got a shocking news just a minute ago. All the work that you've done for 180 units.
It's out of order. It's out of order. So that's okay. We're going to kind of fly by the seat of our pants, and we're sitting here on the side. We've got our cameras to make sure we know what's going on. There's going to be at least 13 schools participating, from elementary to our high school bands, our outstanding high school bands.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting. We've got a lot going on, as you can see.
But this parade is coming, but so many people in our various city departments have put this together, and we want to let the mayor give an official greeting on behalf of the city. So let's hear from Mayor Kyle Deaver.
Good morning. I'm Kyle Deaver, Mayor of Waco. And on behalf of the Waco City Council, the city staff, and all of the citizens of our great city, we'd like to welcome you to the live coverage of one of the largest Veterans Day parades in the country. Waco has a long history of honoring those men and women who have served our nation. Here in Waco, we have one of the largest and finest medical facilities in the nation, where those who return from their service to our country with disorders like PTSD can come and receive outstanding care and treatment. As you watch this parade and see many of our veterans, as well as children and people of all ages, showing honor to these men and women who have served our nation, we hope you'll take a moment and send us an email letting us know where you're watching from. If you have someone in your family who has served in the military, give us their name and the branch of service they served in, and we'll try to mention their name on the air. If you see a veteran any time today, thank them for their service and helping keep America free. Now let's go down to Austin Avenue and join Larry and Kelly live from downtown Waco as we honor our veterans.
All right. Thank you, Kyle Deaver, our mayor. And now coming finally from the 13th Street starting point of our parade, we have our first units that are coming down, and bless their hearts, they are going with the blowing flags. You can see how the flag is standing out straight, and what a wind, and blustery wind. We had some little tornado whirlwinds going on too. So Kelly,
and that is the University High School ROTC, and they are carrying the military organization and veterans banner for us. Then starting off the parade, they do it every year and do a wonderful job.
But before we get going real good, I've got to take the opportunity to thank your boss, Dr. Brenda Gray, head of the McLennan County Public Health District, for loaning you to us to create one of the best parades that we're going to be able to do, and you've done a tremendous amount of work.
Thank you so much.
And we got to get a commercial in real quick. What is the word from the public health?
It is not too late to get your flu shot. Flu rates are low right now, and so get it now before the holidays come up.
You say they're low, but we've had 2 different school districts closed down.
Well, they have, but you know what? They're very small school districts and not in McLennan County. So
that's right.
Now is the time. Don't ruin your Thanksgiving and holidays.
And now, is this our Grand Marshal coming up?
This is our Grand Marshal, John Kerr. And he is a Special Forces Green Beret officer and combat veteran from Vietnam and Iraq. He served in both wars with the 5th Special Forces and Group Airborne. He joined the Army at 19, at the age of 19 on February 6, 1967. And he retired as a full colonel on September 6, 2006. And that's 39 years of service and 7 months as service. When he reported back to for Iraq, they called him, "So you're the old soldier." And I'm like, I don't know about that.
You know, each year.
Oh, and the Texas Highway Patrol 6th Region Honor Guard. Let's honor them very quickly.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned about Colonel Kerr. Each year at the Veterans Day Parade in downtown Waco, and again, this is the 95th telecast and broadcast, not 95th telecast, broadcast of it. But the parade in downtown Waco has been going on since 1923. And each year there is a different branch of the service that is honored, and this year is the year of the Army, and that's where Colonel Kerr, of course, is that branch of the Army. You know, I'm just watching the wind blowing, and it is just blowing like crazy. Coming into our view right now is the riderless horse.
The riderless horse, and this is brought to us by Johnson Roofing from Bill and Teresa Johnson. And the riderless horse has such an important tradition. It's a centuries-old custom that symbolizes a warrior who would ride no more. The riderless horse is a part of the military honors given to an Army or Marine Corps officer. The black riding boots are reversed in the stirrups to represent a fallen leader looking back on his troops for the last time. Yeah. And they have proudly been a part of this parade for at least 10 years and really support our veterans. So we thank them so much, Johnson Roofing and the riderless horse.
Well.
And you can see the black riding boots. It is. And you can tell it's very, very windy from this view. Very gorgeous horse.
Well, Kelly, you know, I wish I could help everybody understand the blustery wind because it started out at, 68 degrees?
And kind of humid.
It's right. And now I feel the wind blowing, and it's a very strong wind blowing from the north. And we're really trying to hang on to everything, all of our equipment and everything else. And you know, so here we are nestled inside the back of this van.
Yeah, we're
okay. And if it rains, we're protected a little bit. But Kyle Muscarella is one of our camera operators. He's out in front of us, and then we have other cameras situated up and down the street. But we're going to show you the best we can. And so be with us a little bit and patient with us because as you see the wind blowing like it is, it's changing
and you know what?
Hanging onto our apparatus a lot.
So far we've had all of our entries are going strong. They're not stopping.
Have they been in the right order?
They have been in the right order so far.
Okay.
So, you know, and imagine they're going against the wind. And if you're carrying those flags, that is really, really tough.
I can remember one year when the wind was blowing from the south so strong, they were walking this way, but the flags were standing in front of them.
Exactly.
It was
it was tough. It was tough. So while we're waiting for our next one, let me give you a little history of Veterans Day.
Okay, good.
7 months prior to the official end of World War I, known as the time of the Great War, fighting had ceased when an armistice or temporary cessation of hostilities between Allied nations and Germany went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. November 11th. In November 1919, President Wilson proclaimed November 11th as the first commemoration of our Armistice Day. It evolved, and then in May 13 of 1938, official act was making it a legal holiday and so celebrating Armistice Day. And then in 1954, they changed it to Veterans Day, and it became a day to honor all American veterans of all wars. And that's why we're here, to honor our veterans, all who have served, doing a wonderful job. And that wind is coming on strong, Larry.
Is. I want to encourage you to send us an email. If you're watching on our live stream at WCCC.tv, there is a place at the bottom that you can send in a shout-out, as I would call it. Mm-hmm. And there's also an email address if you're watching on cable. It's DoryH at wacotx.gov, okay? Mm-hmm. And I've gotten a few already, so while the parade is a little bit in blank here, I want to thank, here's one from Natalie Galindo. Thank you for the service and dedication of U.S. Army veteran Sergeant Leonard Montalongo Sr. and World War II Combat War veteran Paul Galindo Sr. And there's also a retired Sergeant First Class Paul Galindo Jr. Sounds like Galindo's family is very involved. And U.S. Army retired First Sergeant Leonard Montalongo Jr.
Oh, thank you.
That's That's just one of many. Another one I want to read right quick. We've gotten. Let's see what this one says. We want to thank everybody from every veteran from the for their unselfish service from our country. Without you, those with us before, we would not be here.
All right.
I don't have. Who
And we
that
have
was
coming
from.
up right now is the Veterans Administration Regional Office, or VERO. The Waco Regional Office supports a full range of VA benefit programs, including compensation, pension, and vocal rehabilitation and employment. The Regional Office provides veterans assistance support at VA medical centers in Amarillo and Temple. And you know what's so great is this is their day off. And it's not a day off. They are here. It's really veterans supporting veterans. So many of these organizations are veterans themselves. It's a day when they could be honored, but they are saying, no, we want to honor all of veterans. We want to honor our fellow veterans. So thank you so much to the Veterans Administration. And they are doing a great job. That wind is blowing hard. They're doing a fabulous job.
Keeping the flag down so that, and the banner down so you can actually read it rather than let it come out there.
Absolutely.
I have a shout out from the Letts family. It says, I'm thankful for all the vets who served and sacrificed for the freedom of our country. We salute you. Blessings to you and your family. So another shout out here before. What's the group coming up here?
We
Can
have,
you tell what it is?
it should be the Daughter of American Revolution Henry Downs chapter. They were organized in 1901, and their first regent was a descendant of Henry Downs. And, of course, member Peggy Doody is a seventh generation of Henry Downs. So the continuation goes on. So thank you so much to the Downs. And supporting today's Patriots is important now as it has ever been through the many years, and we agree with that. Thank you so much.
All right, we got a shout out here from Mrs. Cherry's kindergarten class from South Bosque Elementary.
Hey,
hello,
South
Ms. Cherry's
Bosque.
from South Bosque. That's my daughter, by the way.
Hey.
She's the one. Hey, all you sweet kids from from South Bosque Elementary.
All right,
Miss
so-
Cherry's class.
so,
Hey,
again,
if
the
you're watching
Veterans
from a
Office-
class, in school, so give us a shout out. You can email us at doryh@wacotx.gov, or you can go to our live stream. At the bottom of the screen, it gives you an opportunity to send in a shout-out, and we'll try to read it on the air. But hello, Miss Cherry's class.
All right, and we've still got plenty of classic cars from the VA Veterans Administration Regional Office coming out in full force. And again, these are all veterans who are wanting to support their fellow veterans. A day off for them? No,
Yep.
it's a day on.
Yeah, day on.
And they're doing a great job.
Another shout-out coming up here. We hadn't had the Midway color guard yet, but
They're coming up. Aquila
from Midway is saying,
Hey,
go
Aquila.
goaltenders
Thank
from
you,
Midway.
Aquila.
They'll be coming up in a minute.
All right, Super Mario Car.
Ooh,
This is great about parades.
Boy,
They're
that's
fun.
That's a Mustang with, hey, that is a, wow.
There we go. This parade is not stopping. We're still having a great time.
Absolutely. Hey, when you see a veteran today, tell them that thank you for what they are, and give them a hug for that matter, too. Make them feel appreciated and love them, and let you know all the sacrifices they've made, and let them know that, hey, we're grateful for what the service is and providing the freedoms that we have, okay?
Ooh, lots of classic cars, and they're still coming. And now I think we actually have the Downs chapter coming up. And that is the Daughters of the American Revolution Henry Downs chapter. They were first organized in 1901 in Waco, and their first regent was a descendant of Henry Downs, and their member Peggy Doody is a seventh-generation descendant of Henry Downs. They have over 139 members and raise $8,000 worth of scholarships for students here in the local area. So we thank the Henry Downs chapter, the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Well, it's just a light little drizzle happening a little bit now and getting a little damp as well, so
The wind has stopped, though. The wind
is cooling down. I think the front has come through, and it came through with a brisky, strong wind, but it said we're here, and winter is going to be here.
I had to put on my gloves this time
There you
because it was
go.
a little bit chilly, so I'm going to get the gloves on. I think I need them.
It's now dropped to 52 degrees, Troy in our master control tells us. 62? Okay, well, it's got to be a little cooler than
And
that.
so we have the daughter, again, another Daughters of American Revolution group, the Alexandria Breckenridge Society, and they meet monthly and work to teach effective meeting conduct parliamentary procedure, easy for me to say. And this is for the children of the American Revolution. So we're getting our children involved in that. And I think I recognize that's got to be Visiting Angels, because I recognize Mama Do. There they are. There's our visiting angels. Proud to locally owned and operated and providing care to our families, and proud to provide assistance to veterans wherever they may be. And I believe that's Texas State Representative Doc Anderson, District 56. He was elected in 2004 out here. The wind's not stopping him. He is the chairman of the Texas Legislative Rural Caucus, vice chair of the House Committee on Agriculture and Livestock, and so much other. And he was recently married to Lynn Sullivan, and they have a son, Thomas. Thank you, Representative.
Here comes some tractors. All right. At least a tractor anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a big group coming up.
A real quick shout out to Desert Storm, Operation Iraq Freedom Operation, Enduring Freedom. Veteran Gunnery Sergeant Joseph Neal retired, and all veterans from the Neal family. Thank you for the Neal family.
All right. So we have the Karam Shrine, and they are going all out. They have the tractors, they have the motorcycles, they have the mini cars, they have everything. I think Shriners make a great parade. They go all out. They know how to do a parade. So we
really
love
do.
the Shriners. They were established in Waco in 1919. And every once in a while, you can drive past the Shriners, and you'll see them out there practicing. All right, let's see if we can make some noise. Make some noise.
Yeah. You really have to ask them?
I know, right, yeah. Generally, our motorcycles are like, yeah, we'll do that.
Here's a shout out. Want to honor my late father, Tamals E. Davis, World War II veteran, and T. Patcher, 36th Division. Remember the Alamo, it says.
Oh, very good. And coming up next, we have our Waco Police Department Color Guard. Again, look at those flags. The wind is really blowing hard. They give you a good indication of what's going on with the wind.
Coming up here somewhere, I think I see the mayor and the city council. They're putting our jacket. I see council member Hector Sabito.
Some Waco Police Department cars having a good time.
There's the mayor and the city council members.
And they have along as special guests some of our veterans that work for the city of Waco.
Yeah. You got them?
There
they
you
are.
go.
There's the
Going to get
mayor
the
and the
bad
city
boys.
council.
Mayor Kyle Deaver.
There you go.
Councilman Jim Holmes.
There you
Councilman
go.
Hector Sabito.
There you go.
John Kennard.
Hey.
All of them. Andrea Barfield.
Happy Veterans Day. Thank you all.
And they're there and also
John
honoring.
Kennard's on the back side.
They're also honoring our veterans.
Yeah.
There's Providence Hospice. And they've come out and they've brought their veterans that they work with at Providence. And so we're so great. They've got them nice and warm inside there.
I got to thank you here. Thank you to all veterans, especially our beloved Harry Boyd, Mark McNeil, and Charles Youngblood.
Oh, thank
Go
you.
Mid-May Band as well.
Oh, absolutely. We have now we have the Beverly Hills Fire Department and Police Department in line, again, supporting our veterans. Beverly Hills Fire Department Fire Chief is Deborah Bruce. And our parade has slowed down a little bit, but that's time.
Well, let's see. I got a few shout-outs
some
here.
shout-outs
Hello from La
going.
Vega High School, and thank you to all veterans for what you do. That's a shout-out we've got from La Vega. Somehow or another, I'm not getting on my iPad who it's coming from.
And I hear a band coming up. I believe it's going to be University High, so everybody stick around. Our bands go all out. They have been working all season, going to football games, practicing for their competition. But they come here ready to play and ready to entertain the
They
veterans.
really do.
They are amazing. Our first one coming up is University, so I can hear them.
Are you?
We just
Okay.
need to stick around because they won't be here. They'll be here any moment.
All right, a shout-out to the Waco Professional Firefighters Association, 478, and to all of the active retired firefighters who were veterans.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, and also another one here coming in. I want to shout out to Desert Storm, Operation Iraq Freedom Operation Enduring Freedom Vet Gunnery Sergeant Joseph Neal. I've already done that one.
Yeah.
I thought.
Well, still, we'll give them another shout out. And there you can see the university contingent. We're going to have university cheer, coached by Caitlin Lehman and Mariana Massey. University highlighters will be there, coaches Christina Ellis and Alex Tandy. And then, of course, the mighty Trojan Band. You can see them coming. They are the pride of the South Side. Once a Trojan, always a Trojan. And they are under the direction of Archie Lee Hatton IV. I want to get that on link because once they get close, they are going to do a great show for the cameras. They always do. Our bands they're amazing, and they give all. And so much going on with our football teams. A lot are getting the playoffs. A lot of these bands are planning to have to travel again for playoff games.
And we'll go through that a little bit, too. We're getting some shout-outs from everybody, and I want to encourage everybody, if you're sending us an email shout-out or whatever, be sure to tell us who you are, because so many times we're getting the shout-out, but we're not getting information to who to be able to give credit for and saying that we got a shout-out. For example, we got a shout-out, talked about the Veterans Day Parade from the Waco Charter School 4th grade class.
Oh,
Hello,
yay.
Charter School 4th grade class.
School.
You bet.
Hello.
We're glad that you're watching. And some others that are coming in here. Got a shout out here from the, let's see, it's the U.S. Navy and the U.S. Army veteran Joaquin Nacho Gonzalez from the Neal family.
Excellent. You know what? I'm going to give a shout out to my dad because he is in the U.S. Navy. He's retired from the U.S. Navy, and he was a submariner. John Crane. Yes, he did submariners, and I have a picture of him from 4th of July when he was in the North Atlantic, and it was probably colder than it is now, 4th of July.
We've got a shout out here from says hello from La Vega High School, and thank you to all veterans. So a shout out from the La Vega High School.
That's great, La Vega, and stick around because your band is coming up soon.
It's a very cold, windy day now. It's turned off in downtown Waco. I'll tell you what, the wind is definitely hustling.
And we can see our University Junior ROTC walking in, and of course they do an amazing job. They did the color guard at the beginning, the taps at the color guard at the beginning, and they are under the direction of First Sergeant Leonard Montalego Jr. and Sergeant First Class Marcus Hayner. And this Junior ROTC was established in 2002, and so we have our 18th anniversary. The mission is to motivate young people to be better citizens. We support this mission by performing countless numbers of school and community service hours. They are an impressive group. They do a great job. And the wind's not stopping them.
Boy, I mean to say, the cameras are shaking like crazy because they are.
That's right.
There's a band coming, I think, eventually down here. We haven't had a band yet.
We haven't had a band, but we're starting off with the university group. So here is our University ROTC. We'll let them do the talking right now. All right, here they go. Great job from the University High Junior ROTC. Great job. And you can hear the band in the distance. We've got University Cheer and University Highlighters up next.
Yeah, here comes the University Cheer right behind them. And you can see our cameras waving in the wind.
That's right.
And a strong, strong wind. But these kids are out here braving it and showing their support and love for our veterans, and that's what this parade is all about. We're
Lots of Trojan pride today.
Come on, play. We got a band finally, and they're not playing in front of us.
Here they go.
All right. you go, the University High School Marching Band.
And we're in front of the flutes. You imagine how cold those flutes are right now.
Oh, man. I think the wind blowing across the mouthpiece is enough to make it play by itself.
Exactly. They did a great job. They know how to rev up the crowd.
A lot of almost dancing more than it is playing anymore. But I know
Excellent.
they do a great job, too.
Absolutely.
I'd like to give a shout-out here. We've got one here. The Midway High School Band will be coming, the seniors, and tea time. Thank you to all veterans for all of what they've done for our country.
Here we go. Great job to the University High Band under the direction of Archie Lee Hatton. Next up is our Organization of Hispanic Veterans. They exist to serve our community through advocacy for military veterans and their families, promote the value of scholarship in our youth, and foster cooperation through civic responsibility. And you see veterans are there saluting other veterans. Here we go.
I got a good shout out here from my son, so I can't not say it, but he said
Absolutely.
big shout out to Kelly and Dory and Troy and Kyle and Mark
and his dad,
and me,
Larry Halsey.
and me for
there
doing
you go. You're doing
bringing
a great
the parade.
job.
Absolutely, bringing the parade to everybody, and hope you all are enjoying it in your nice warm offices, nice warm home, because it is getting chilly here.
It is getting chilly. The wind has not backed down, and we want to thank our Organization of Hispanic Veterans. They are bundled up because it is cold.
We got a shout out here from a Midway mom. Got the goaltenders are going to be coming up here, especially my beautiful Isabella Rankin. Go Midway. We'll be watching for the goaltenders. Especially I will be too, because I've got
I
two
would wonder
granddaughters.
what. There you go.
And we'll look forward to that. So we got some good viewership out in Midway area.
All right.
And if you're watching this by way of our cable channel or our live stream, if you're on a cable channel, you can email us at DoryH, DORIH, at WACOTX.gov.
All right.
If you're watching on our live stream, right at the very bottom of the page, right there where the live window is, you just click right there and it'll send us email, and we'll try to give a shout out and put it on the air for you.
All right. Up next, we have the Waco Vietnam Memorial Group and the Heart of Texas Chapter 1012 Vietnam Veterans Association of America. They continue to volunteer our time to support all veterans of all wars at the Waco Veterans One Stop, and their president is Henry Casper, and vice president is Gary Urban.
Gary Urban, former Waco City employee, really did a great job with us when he was here. Of course, obviously a veteran as well, but brought us a whole lot of great things, too. Yeah. There's a shout out here. I'd like to say thank you to my brother Henry Farmer Jr. for his 20-plus years of service in the Navy. I also want to thank my dad, who passed away now, but served for 20 years in the National Guard. Thank you to the family and friends for the sacrificing that they've made to keep our friend. From Tracy Rowe. Tracy Rowe's a City of Waco employee.
Tracy Rowe,
Tracy,
thanks
thank you.
for watching. Thanks, Tracy.
I hope it's nice and warm in your office.
A lot of representation of our Vietnam Veterans Association and the coming long line of veterans celebrating Veterans Day, serving other veterans.
A bunch of people got another one here from Hewitt Elementary. Third grade will be coming by. I remember that every year they come and they have their flags and they wave, the Hewitt Elementary School.
They sure do. We see them little ones up
there
there coming up.
Angela Munger is an interim health care worker. Thanks to all veterans for their service. And they'll be watching their daughter from Hewitt Elementary School in the parade.
And we have the VFW, the Greater Hewitt area, coming up, and that's located on. That's posted on Sun. The post is located on Sun Valley. Commander James R. Pless, and they do a great job and are a big post of helping us put together this parade.
Absolutely. I keep talking about the posts and things and the shout outs and things. We had over 1,500 people watch it last time from 5 different foreign countries, and we had tremendous response, and it's always great to hear who's out there. Mike and Judy Jones sent out a shout out and said, I'd like to thank all veterans from the bottom of our hearts, but from you for everything that they do, and we can never repay for the sacrifices, and your families have sacrificed through the years too.
All right, and we have another VFW group coming up, Post 2128, and they have over 206 combat veterans that participate in that VFW, and there they are. And coming up right behind them is the Riesel High School Band, the Indians Band.
Yeah, and Riesel is actually going to be playing
Oh,
San
we sure
Saba.
do. Thank you.
Riesel's going to be playing San Saba 7 o'clock on Thursday night at McGregor. They're in the Class 2A Division I finals here, looking like. So that's congratulations to Riesel.
All right, so here they are. They got a superior rating this year in competition.
Wow, there you go.
Here's our Riesel band, High School Indians band. You know, Larry, you were in band. Can you imagine doing this in this kind of weather with this kind of wind?
I did it in
And those
high school and Baylor band and everything else. And boy, let me tell you, I played trumpet, and the mouthpiece was always so cold to your lips when you tried to play. Maybe that's not. No, they're not playing
and you
so
know what?
much now.
Those uniforms are hot and cold. They
right.
don't do anything but make you worse.
That's right. Here's a shout out. So proud to say thank you for the members of my family: Andy Sonnenberg, the U.S. Marine Corps; Ronald Bradford, U.S. Navy; Mark Bradford, the U.S. Navy; Tony Check, U.S. Army, and many other friends and extended family. So proud of Hewitt Elementary third graders who will be marching the parade today. Great job, Abby. From Ruth Sonnenberg.
All right, and we want to make a mention right now. We just had them pass. It was the Veterans Administration saluting women vets, and they have served our country so admirably for so long, and we do want to give a special recognition to our women vets. The home of the free because of the brave, and we have more veterans in line as a part of the VA. Thank you for all of your service. And coming up behind, we're going to have the American Gold Star mothers and their pupper friends, their therapy dogs. And one of their main purposes is just to serve others in the memory of their sons and daughters who died while on the active duty. And Brenda Dickey is representing the American Gold Star mothers and is honoring her son, Sergeant Clinton Dickey, who died as a result of his injuries he received on active duty in Afghanistan. And they have their pepper friends with them, their therapy dogs, and they go to hospitals and the VA to help provide therapy to all of our veterans and to all of our parents. So thank you to our American Gold Star mothers and their puppy friends. And then we have the Veterans One Stop. What a great organization.
They really are.
Located, they're at 2220 Austin Avenue. They are a free resource for all veterans, and they provide peer-to-peer mentoring to help navigate resources with veterans benefits and claims assistance. They help referrals to healthcare with workforce, job placement, GI Bill, so much that they do. If you're a veteran, I encourage you to stop by the Veterans One Stop. They do an amazing job.
They are offering free meals for veterans today, so we'll stop by there too.
All right.
Got
For
another
Midway.
Yeah,
They're coming up.
They're coming up. I got a shout out here from the FW area. They're watching. It says Go Midway Trombone, so must be a trombone player in the band. Doesn't say where it's from.
So we just had a
be sure if you send us something, be sure to tell us who you are so we can give your name as well. So here's the Midway ROTC. Is that the group?
That's the group. That's the group coming up. And coming up next, the Goaltenders.
Oh boy, I'm going to be watching for some of the goaltenders, especially the ones that happen to be related to me as my granddaughters. So
maybe Mackenzie and Camille.
Exactly. You remember from last year.
Because I wrote it down from last year. Mackenzie and Camille Jerry.
And I don't know which side they're going to be on, so I'm going to have to just guess.
Their motto is "Be world class," and they are.
I'm watching the monitor to see if I can see them. I see Camille right dead center, right here.
There you go.
There's Mackenzie. She's already passed me. Oh, she's right here on the edge. Midway Goaltenders. And the Midway Band playing, too.
That's right. Be world class.
I heard Camille yelling, Grampy, Grampy. first band that's playing, and it's the Midway Band. What a great group. Oh, that's a Midway Band. Got a shout out from the Texas Ranger Hall of Fame and Museum staff. Hey guys, back at the Ranger Museum, they're watching as well. And they've got some veterans that work down there too. Special shout out to my son Santiago Hernandez, participating in today's Waco High JROTC group. Also a shout out to my kids in the 5th grade, Sebastian, and 1st grade, Sophia Martinez from Hillcrest Professional Development School, who thank the veterans every chance they get.
Absolutely.
That was from Maria Hernandez.
All right. And, of course, you have the Midway band backers. And, you can't have a high school band if you don't have parents involved.
Hey, I go to Midway games again because my granddaughters are in the goaltenders and everything. But how special is it that those parents are out there taking care of not only the goaltenders but the football team and the band and everybody. It takes
all
parents.
The support groups.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Midway Band. Thank you, Midway parents.
And here's a shout-out to my son, is it Jay Patel?
Yeah, Jai Patel.
Go Trumpets from the Midway High School. So proud of you. Love, Mom. I would guess that would be her. That's right.
And we have coming up Woodway Public Safety Department. We've got their nice
big old rescue hut.
Yeah, there you go. And coming up next, we have the Woodway Christian School, home of the Wildcats. And they come out every year and do a great job supporting our veterans. And my 2 nephews are alumni of them, so they love
got
it.
out of school. They don't seem to be that cold.
That's right. They're having a great time. And, what's great is all the schools, they don't just go and march in a parade and get out of school. They spend a lot of time learning about veterans, talking about veterans, and also giving service after this.
And
after
Kelly,
the
I'm
parade.
glad you brought that up because to me, one of the greatest things about this is the fact that we see the kids, the younger generation here, being able to say they love and appreciate and, first of all, understand about veterans and what they did, what they have done, and what they're continuing to do for our country and our nation. And I heard something on the radio this morning. Barely 1% of the population serves in the armed forces of any type nowadays, and so that's a very small involvement. And so we do need to recognize that. I'm glad to see the kids out. They're not lining the street like they normally do, waving their flags because they're a little cold, but we love to know that they're there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got a proud shout out about the Midway Band, Go Midway Drumline, and I don't know who that was from. But
absolutely. And we want to thank the Kiwanis Waco Club Seniors, and they're an organization that is dedicated to changing the world one child at a time, and they're also here supporting the Veterans Waco Habitat for Humanity, and they have their veterans that help work and volunteer for Habitat for Humanity, so thank you so much. Ooh, Waco PD is coming up with Chief James Devlin.
Oh, yeah, Hewitt. You
That's
said
right.
Waco PD.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hewitt PD.
This is Hewitt
James,
Police.
it's Hewitt PD. I
James
apologize.
Devlin is still the police.
Yeah,
chief.
still police.
That's right.
And behind them, we've got Hewitt Elementary. And each year, the 3rd graders participate in the Waco Veterans Day
This is the
Parade.
group, so everybody be sure and look at
That's
them because this is a group that was
Here
saying
they
a while
are.
ago.
The cold didn't stop these kiddos.
There they are. Everybody wave.
Hewitt Elementary, 3rd grade. Let freedom ring.
Ah, look at those kids. Every year they come out.
Great job, 3rd graders.
They do. This year they had flags on the shirts. Remember last year they all had little small flags and they were waving them all. Yeah, Hewitt Elementary 3rd grade. Got a bunch of shout-outs came in on that group, and what a great group.
Yeah.
What a great group.
All right, Harley Davidson of Waco is here. Recognized by their loyal customers and their veterans. They have a proud military history, proud veteran history, and they're here to support their veterans.
And you're encouraging them to
I know,
rev it up,
Kyle just looked at me like, stop it. They're doing a great job.
Yeah. I got a shout out here to captain of the Midway High School Color Guard, Alina Foyle and Midway Color Guard team. Happy Veterans Day.
The rain doesn't stop. The wind doesn't stop.
And I heard Troy in our control room tells me it's now down to 57 degrees. We've dropped 10 degrees since we went on the air.
And it looks like we have another band coming up. So if you're from Axtell, I would stick around because it looks like Axtell's our next band. All right, as our motorcycles clear out. Here comes the Axtell Longhorn Band. And I like the Axtell Band because they bring all of them. They bring their high school, their junior high, their 8th grade, their 6th grade, their 7th grade bands. All of them are out there. They get them the whole parade experience, which is so much fun.
This Bill Mahan. Look at you, sweetheart. Thank you. Good to see you. Bill Mahan right here stopped in front of our vehicle. He's going down with his electric chair, electric cart, not electric chair. I don't like to say it that way. This is the Axtell Band, right?
That's right.
Oh, man,
you
there
get
you
their
go.
high school, you get their 6th grade band, you get all the kids learning music and getting the opportunity to run in a parade, walk in a parade.
Absolutely. We love the people from Axtell. They always turn out. They always bring, and here's the 6th grade group. There's the actual 6th grade band, but they're not playing today, but they've smarted up on that
Flag
one.
Corps.
Sometimes extreme intelligence maybe
There
right
you
out
go.
there.
And there's our
here's the
7th
next
grade.
one. Look, here's the next group. Here's the 7th grade band. And the 8th grade band is coming up here next. There we go. 8th grade band.
Like everyone gets to be a part of the parade, and I think that's great.
And I think I've got some shout-outs coming from the Axtell group, but I haven't had time to get around to reading them, and they're coming down my iPad at the wrong order, so I'll read those a little bit later on. But I do have a shout-out here to my daughter Allison and the rest of the China Spring Cougar Band from Sherry
yes.
Martin
Hey,
Purchasing.
Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
Next, we have Ridgecrest Retirement. Happy holidays from Ridgecrest Nursing and Rehabilitation.
Another shout-out coming in from the China Spring group, China Spring Cougar Band from the Billman family.
And Ridgecrest knows how to do a parade right because they are nice in a warm bus.
They are smart people inside there and they're enjoying the warmth, but they've got their flags, and, they're
right.
celebrating the same as everybody else.
Absolutely.
And they may be older and retired and taking care of themselves like they should, but they're veterans, many of them in there as well, and
That's
letting
right.
us know
They a lot
that,
from
they
the-
appreciate and like to be recognized. One thing I've always said about Waco people, that Waco is the Waco is it's a very big veteran-supported organization. We love our veterans, and that's why we like to doing this parade, because there's kids of all ages. We get to see older people, the actual veterans in the parade, but we're all showing our tribute to them. And Waco loves our veterans because we not only do have the Waco regional offices here, but we also have the Veterans Hospital out there on Memorial Drive. But there's a lot of places, and people come and live in Waco that are veterans because of the facilities we have here. So we're really just glad to be able to be a part of
The
that.
Veterans One Stop is such an important part.
Absolutely, they are too. Here's a shout out from Holly Hornsby, Navy veteran of 24 years, and all the veterans at L3 Harris. A shout out to all of those.
Oh, and we do have another band coming up. We can hear them off in the distance, so that should be China Spring Band. So all of our China Spring fans, you too, Sherry Martin, Sherry Patterson, we're out here, and they are on their way. You can see them off in the distance. And our cameraman, Kyle, is really just in the thick of it.
It is. It's starting to rain. We're going to have to bag another one of our cameras. We got our two big cameras on on top of our vehicle, but then we're going to have to put a bag over one of our other cameras because it's starting to rain a little bit now.
And you can believe I brought sunscreen just in case.
Sunscreen?
Just in case.
Kelly, you are so prepared.
It can be cold, but you never know when the weather is going to change
very
bad.
true.
So I always bring a little sunscreen just in case.
You know, you and I have talked about this before, but we've had very burning hot weather and we've had blustery cold weather. So anyway, here's a Midway Panther Band shout out to Hell of my son Aaron Cole, alto sax. And coming into the view right now is the China Spring High School Band. So we certainly don't want to talk about Midway when we're talking about China Spring. There's a little bit of competition there.
There we go, the China Spring Band, another excellent band. They've had so many awards.
You know, China
so
Spring
many marching contests.
Yeah, China Spring is in the playoffs. Their football team is carrying them on. They're fourth in their division, but they'll be playing again coming up here Friday at Glen Rose. They'll be playing Kennedale.
All right, and we have also the Disabled Veterans of American Auxiliary that just walked through.
Oh, this is Charlene Parker. Charlene, she has been the one, Kelly, who has brought everything together on this whole parade. She and Tom, her husband. Big group, I know, but thank you so much for that, Charlene. We didn't get to show her on camera, but Charlene Parker has done most of the creative stuff to send you all the shout-outs and things. And what we're going to talk more about that before we get through with the event today. We're going to hear now from the China Spring Marching Band. There's a China Spring Cougar. Bless their hearts at the wind and the rain.
And, you know, they, a couple years ago, were able to travel to London, England to march in the New Year's Day parade.
That's right, they did. Here's a shout out. I want to thank all veterans. A special thank you to my brother Dominic Robinson, who is currently deployed, and a shout out to the Midway High School trumpet section. Go Devontae.
All right, and here we have the Heart of Texas Young Marines, another great organization. These guys do a wonderful job. Thank you to our Heart of Texas Young Marines. Again, an organization designed to positively impact America's future by providing quality youth development programs for boys and girls that nurtures and develops its members into responsible citizens who enjoy and promote a healthy, drug-free lifestyle. Thank you, Heart of Texas Young Marines. And then next up, the Marine Corps League, the Heart of Texas Marine Corps League. More of our Marines. A little cold doesn't bother them.
No, not at all. I'm sure that which is just a sampling of what, you know, cold weather. I mean, my father-in-law was in World War II, and he was telling me how bitterly cold it was. Thank you.
Again, more Marines thanking us for what we are here to thank them.
Yeah. Here's a shout-out coming in from Abilene, Texas. I want to say shout-out to our granddaughter Emily and the Midway Goaltenders that just went by, the Gibsons in Abilene. We do have people watching from all over. Last year we had from 5 foreign countries. One of them was China, and one of them was, I think, Finland or someplace like that. We love hearing from people from out of the country, for that matter. Anybody. Send us a shout-out. If you're watching by the video, the live stream at the bottom of the screen, you can just select that and send us a shout-out there. Or if you're watching on our cable channel, you can just send us an email at DORIH, that's DORIH, at wacotx.gov. And we're going to have to stop talking, Kelly.
I know it.
So
it's American Legion Riders, Post 121. I didn't do it, Kyle keeps looking at me like, why are you doing that? I didn't do it this time. I tell you, our veterans are tough. A little cold never bothered them. Thank you to American Legion Post 121.
Get an email here. Says, my kindergarten is there right now. Thank you to all who have served, and thank you to Waco for having the parade to serve as a wonderful teaching opportunity for the little ones. I'm sorry I do not have who that came from, and that could be just a breakdown. But he says, my kindergarten, and whoever that is, we are proud of you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Be sure if you send us an email, put your name at the bottom so that we'll know, because the system is not obviously taking care of it like it's supposed to, but it helps us to have that information at the bottom so we can be sure and say who's talking to us here.
And, you know, our crowds are still holding on. I mean, it's gotten significantly colder, but our crowds are still here. They are not going away. They're having a great time. Up next is the 143rd Infantry. And it's part of the Texas Army National Guard unit assigned to the 36th Infantry Division. And they have some great big vehicles and, of course, some veterans on board with them. Woo!
Oh,
and
they're
they can
pounding
throw
us with candy. We are so lucky.
we
are getting all this candy. We're going to have to pick up in a little bit.
Absolutely.
How you holding up? Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm
cold
good.
yet?
No complaint. A little cold. We're a little cold, but we're more protected.
Our lead. All right, Troy, and our master controller is telling us the temperature at the airport is 47 degrees now already.
I would
That's
believe
a drop of
that.
20 degrees.
I believe it. Oh, and here comes the ABC Clinic. We love the ABC Clinic. That's the Animal Birth Control Clinic, and they have their outreach and transport van. They do a lot to help our
And look at the little
pets.
doggy right here. Kyle, you're going to get him?
Oh. Little bitty, and then, of course, a nice big bulldog.
Oh, look at them. There they are. Oops.
A little cold to be marching in there. And following them, of course, is the Waco High School ROTC. Command Sergeant Major Willie B. Jones and First Sergeant James Hart.
You know, the ROTC is such a great organization. It is teaching people, first of all, the regiment is required about to be in the military. It also puts them in a path that they're interested in, maybe becoming a military, serving our country in whatever capacity. And we're proud of that.
And the Waco cheerleaders are hanging in, too. They're here.
They are, the Waco High cheerleaders.
Good job, cheerleaders. Thank you for being here.
Got a shout out here to thank all veterans for serving our country and protecting our freedom. And thanking all of us at Waco City Cable Channel and everyone participating who are having a brave and cold Veterans Dinner. And that's from Judy Powell in Inspection Services. Boy, we got a lot of city employees who are appreciating what we're doing, Kelly. We got a great family at the city of Waco, that's for sure.
We do. We do.
She looks cold.
Oh, I know. And that was Miss McGregor, Natalie Avalis. You got to have a beauty queen in it.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Miss McGregor. It was cold. Thank you for getting out. And then we have Waco Citizens Police Academy is here, and they are started in 1991. This program is designed to give citizens a working knowledge of the Waco Police Department and raise citizen awareness.
And they just graduated a new class just last week. In fact, we acknowledge that. And hey, it's a city department that runs that out of the city police department, obviously.
And it's a commitment. It's a 12-week course.
It's very intense. If you want to know what a police officer does, you can sign up for the next one. I think the deadline to sign up is sometime in late December, early January. It's a free class. It's 12 weeks. It meets on Thursday nights. It's a great opportunity to learn about your Waco Police Department.
And that was the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association that just passed by. And hey, look, it's Captain America's here.
It sure heck is.
And he has Thor's hammer, but okay. He's just holding it for him.
Yeah. Thank you to his service to all who have served, and a huge love. It says, I love you, Miss McGregor, Natalie Aviles. We just saw that.
That's
love
right.
Mom and Dad.
I'm glad they got to see her.
and
She
Zion.
did a great job.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss McGregor. And then we have National United Bank participating and supporting the veterans. And throwing some candy for us. We always appreciate that.
I got a shout out here from a group that's coming up here.
Yeah, Amadis
Hospice of Waco should be coming up pretty soon. Got a good shout out from them. Comments, and we love letting us know that you're going to be having a group in the parade.
All right, so just a quick update. Robinson Band is next, so all you Robinson fans out there.
And they're preceded by a good old Farmall tractor.
That's right.
And
Waco
a John Deere,
Antique Farm
too, for that matter.
Machinery is here. They come every year and support their veterans, so thank you so much to Waco Antique Farm Machinery. And the Robinson Rockets are up next, the Pride of the Blue.
Got a shout out here. Thank to all veterans, past and present, from Cottontail Jones on Austin Avenue. The owners are Robert Lynn, a 27-year veteran having served in 3 different branches of the military. There's a real veteran there.
Yeah. The Robinson Rockets, Heart of the Blue. And the Robinson High School, Pride of the Blue.
The Robinson High School Band. Just got some information from Dory Helm, our who's monitoring all the texts and all the emails coming in. She says we've got viewers letting us know they're not only from the United States, but we got viewers from Canada, China, Germany, India, and South Africa. And in the United States, they're watching from Texas, California, Florida, and Nevada so far. So we have, if you're out there watching from our live stream at the bottom of the screen, just send us an email, a shout out, and we'll be able to read it out, the fact that you're watching from your nice warm place wherever you're at. We've just figured out it's 47 degrees here in Waco. Ooh, with a blustery
very
wind
cold.
with moisture in there, too.
All right, I want to thank the National Association of Letter Carriers, Branch 404. And, again, a lot of veterans, this is a day off for them, but they are here to support veterans. Of course, 43% of their employees are veterans. So they are veterans supporting veterans, and we thank them for all of their service.
I do want to take the opportunity to say that if you're a veteran out there, there's there's so many pages, I can't even read it, of restaurants that are providing free meals for you today. Just another way the Waco community reaches out and says, you know what, we want to thank you, so go in and get a nice, that's a good warm cup of coffee, which sounds good right now.
It sure does, it sure does.
But there are a number of restaurants and things offering free meals, so take advantage of that and celebrate. And when you're in a restaurant and you see anybody around today, don't hesitate to go up and thank them, give them a hug, and say, you know what, thank you so much for there. There's the Weather Edge from KWTX.
All right. Thanks for keeping the rain at bay, guys.
Yeah.
There's George Elliott driving that. And our Paralyzed Veterans of America and Lone Star chapter is there, supporting veterans every day, not just today, but every day. These organizations are continually supporting, so thank you so much. Oh, there's Christy DeCluitt.
Hey, Christy DeCluitt, she's running for judge in the 19th District Court.
And she's a little wet. She's saying, yes, it's raining a little bit. And Kindred Hospice, thank you for your supporting veterans. And Express ER, there to make sure we're all safe and happy and healthy right now.
Well, we may not be, but fortunately, I've had my flu shot. Have you had your flu shot?
I have had my flu shot.
We have both had our flu shots, and that's the thing we want to emphasize today, because not only do you work at the McLennan County Public Health District, you are regularly preaching and saying, get a flu shot, because it's the best defense against the flu.
Absolutely.
And now with the weather blowing in like this, it's absolutely the time to think about it.
Think about getting it now so you won't have to have it during the Thanksgiving holidays during Christmas, spring.
Haven't you told me, isn't there like a week or two
There's
delay?
Usually about a week to 2 weeks where it takes your immune system to gear up for that, so you really want to get it now. Now we have the McLennan County Republican women, and a little wind's not stopping them at all. marching in the red, white, and blue. So we've had a little rain, but no one's stopping. And the wind's picking up again, but we are still good. Again, get your flu shot. Remember, get your flu shot.
That's right.
That is so important. We want everyone to stay happy and healthy.
I wish we could take a camera shot of Kyle Muscarella, who's actually standing up on our platform, is doing the operating the camera right in front of us, but there's nobody to change it because he's the only one out in the elements right now. But
I'm going to take a picture of him right now, just to remember, because he's up on a stand.
He's freezing to death.
He's got
a
light jacket on, hardly enough to keep away the wind. But no, it's not stopping anyway. We're having a great time. Our veterans are here. What I think I love about this parade so much is that it's really a community parade.
Absolutely.
It's veterans supporting veterans. It's schools and high school bands out supporting their veterans. They learn special music just for this parade. They do a wonderful job just there to support their veterans, the people that they care about, the people in their life. We really appreciate that. And that's what makes this one so special.
Absolutely.
So we have our American Vets, Post, and Auxiliary. And they are cold, but they are sticking it out.
Now there's the place to be in that
Yeah,
sidecar.
really,
right there.
that's
is the
a
place
smart
to
one.
be. Nice warm sidecar there.
They got to figure it out. And our Christian Motorcycle Association Riders of the Sun, Chapter 651.
If you're watching, just send us a shout out by email. Send us at doryh@wacotx.gov, or at the bottom of your screen. If you're streaming us live, there's an easy button right there to push that says send us a comment, and send that to us, and we'll try to read it on the air.
All right.
I think I've read all of the ones that I've received as of right
always
now.
have a big support of the Veterans Parade. We want to thank them. And
This is our fire system number 7.
We're just at number 100 right now.
That's our fire station, Waco Fire Department's engine number 7.
And they're supporting the Census 2020. Your count matters. Remember, the census is coming up, and we need you to stand and be counted.
And that's very critical because people don't realize the fact that, first of all, the data is totally private. It's not released for another 72 years, I learned. Once the census data is held for 72 years before it's released, and it's only released then so that people who are doing genealogy traces and things can find out where their ancestors came from. But it's all locked up, so it's very secure. So participate and be sure to sign in and show that you're living in Waco, Texas when you're here. So we're taking a look now from our camera on top of the roof of City Hall right now, and you'll get to see idea how the trees are blowing. You can probably see little whirlwinds where the leaves are going like crazy. It's just a strange day in Waco, Texas, but it's a Veterans Day, and we're so glad that you're joined to watch this. 180 units. We're about halfway through, I think.
Absolutely. We're at Red Cross was 104. They brought their vehicles out there to support us. And we've got a few classic cars coming up, but the next band, La Vega Pirates, get ready.
They're coming on.
Your ROTC, your cheer team, and your band is coming up.
Well, I'll take this opportunity in between a little bit. Tell people the fact that during the day today on our city cable channel, we've got a lot of programs that are all dedicated to our veterans. Through the course of the years, we've done a lot of videos on history of World War II, certainly, and Korean War, Vietnam War veterans, people who have served our country. And we've got a great number of programs coming up, and it's going to be running all day long following the parade. I encourage you to do that, just to listen to some of the heart-wrenching stories about the veterans who have served and protected our freedoms and things that we're celebrating today. And that's just some of the things that,
And that's a shout-out to the municipal information, because these are all locally produced.
Yeah,
your department produced that, and that's so impressive.
Yeah,
These are people from your hometown that you know, that you grew up with. You probably know their families. Maybe not know the veteran's story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just another reminder what's going on there.
All right, and the La Vega ROTC is coming up, and look at those flags. They are waving strong.
I haven't been receiving any recent, should I say, shout-outs. So hopefully we'll get some more in here pretty soon.
And one of our color guard lost his hat, but he's still going. They picked it up for him, and he is not stopping. Thank you to our La Vega ROTC, doing a great job.
Now I see why you got gloves on.
Exactly.
My hands are cold.
It is so cold. It is so cold.
Oh, my goodness. It is definitely cold, and the wind is blowing in the face of these people. Bless their hearts, coming down the street. But they're here.
And we're about to have some excitement because coming up is the La Vega Band. Again, another band that just goes all out. They've got their cheer team and their pirates. They're coming up. And let me take the temperature just to rub it in just a little. Oh, it is so cold.
Rub it into me. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's just what I need to hear.
40 degrees. It is so cold.
It's how much?
I think it's like 40. I think 48.
48.
And the wind. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's the wind that's really driving you crazy. And then the moisture in it as well.
Yeah.
And that's it. All right, this is La Vega, right?
This is it, La Vega Pirates, and here is the cheer team. Let's see, the cheer team's
right.
going to do something special.
I got to say, while the cheer team has done a great job because they have won their district at 5-4A, and they are the district champs, and they'll be playing, moving on, and they'll be playing on Thursday night in Joshua. They'll be playing Lake Worth at 7 o'clock. So I'm sure the band, the pep squad, and the cheerleaders, and everybody will be going to La Vega's big playoff game for the Division I Class 4A. And what a great tribute to Waco.
Right.
Always good, great job of representing Waco. I know people in the La Vega School District and some of the baseball teams have been from La Vega.
And you're looking. A little cold doesn't stop them. They're doing great. Great job, cheerleaders. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness, boy, that was a bluster.
Big Gus. The flag team doesn't stop.
No. Look at the bass drum players trying to hang under the wind. Boy, that wind is strong. Wow. Thank you to the La Vega band for playing in all that wind. And
they just got hit with a big gust. That color guard, they hung on, though. Waco Housing Authority next. Remember our veterans. Doing a great job serving the community. Thank you, Waco Housing Authority. Great job. Then we have up there Thomas West for judge. He's running for judge of the 19th District Court. Interim home care and hospice. And up next, the Native American veterans. This is the Cherokee tribe of Texas with Principal Chief Ron Black Eagle, Deputy Chief John Laughing Bear, Headwoman Linda Bear Hart, and Kasasa Eagle Wolf. The official colors of the Native American veterans are black, red, purple, and gold. And we are thankful that they are out here despite the weather.
Man, I'll tell you.
Veterans are just like, oh, this weather, we've done worse. We've marched in worse.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty windy, I got to say.
They are.
I'm just very thankful so far that we haven't lost the two cameras mounted on top of the roof of this of my Denali here that we're using.
All right, the veterans of
All right,
War,
it's
post
just
8564.
really blowing. If you can see the winds blowing the trees and everything up and down, my goodness, it's blowing.
Everybody
very
is
cold,
bundled up.
Blustery wind. Okay. All right, another shout out here. I got a shout out to my granddaughter, Mary Millen. Is it Millen? And all of her
Yes.
classmates with Woodway
Mary
Christian
Mellon.
School
Mary Mellon.
from Grandma. Thank
Hey,
you,
Mary
Grandma.
Mellon.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Sorry if I
right.
mispronounced your name, but there you go.
The Mellons, the Mellon family. I know the Mellon family.
Do
I know
you?
Susie Mellon.
Okay,
Yes,
there you go.
she makes the best cookies in the world. Just a little thing.
My goodness, look at those flags.
I know the Founders Lions Club is here. Royal Manor again. They've got it figured out. We're going to put our veterans in this nice warm bus, and they will be okay. Conley ROTC, they are holding on. Belmead Honor Guard.
They'll
doing
meet
a
Honor
great
Guard.
job.
They are. That is a look at bless their hearts. But they're here to.
They're not going to let those flags touch the ground. The Retired Veterans Association and their motorcycles. They got some good-looking motorcycles there. Look at that. That looks like the Batmobile.
It does.
I think it might be the Batmobile. And for our Connolly fans out there, Connolly is coming up. They are in line. We've got Connolly ROTC, Connolly Cheer, and Blue Angels and the band all coming up. And you can see they've got the red, white, and blue flags. Doing a great job.
If you hadn't sent us a shout out, we have available times right now. We're sitting here looking for new ones, and I just read out one and sent us an email at doryh@wacotx.gov. And
All
also, if you're watching our live stream, at the bottom of the screen, you can click on send us a comment, and we will try to read it out on the air.
All right, and we have Skate World coming up. They even had a few people skating. They're having a good time. It's like wind, rain, we don't care. We're having a great time. We're going to party.
They're also, yeah,
It's a parade.
that's right.
Let's have some fun. And right behind them is Conley ROTC. The Air Force Junior ROTC is in its 24th year at Conley High School. They're very active and 80 strong in their Corps of Cadets. Thank you so much to our Conley ROTC Corps of Cadets. Conley Cadets standing strong.
Yeah, that's Conley Cadets. Is somebody on the roof? Oh, okay. I was going to say the car is really moving, so I
Yeah,
guess
it's just the wind.
no. I think somebody's going up to clean the lens. It's all wet.
All right, we have Conley Cheer and the Conley Blue Angels drill team.
So where are we in this now? About 115
122.
out of 180. We got one.
Yeah,
We will endure like these people are
they are
enduring.
enduring. Look at those foot players. They're playing.
All right. All right, we got a shout out to the all Connolly Air Force JROTC and especially our son Brooks Nall. We're so
Thank-
proud of you, Doug, Nancy, and Sister Alexandria.
All right. Thank you for supporting your Conley Cadets.
I'm going to give Robbie Pryor, our director, who's doing our switching in the back of my vehicle here, give him a little credit because he's not only been a little bit in the warmer, drier part of this vehicle, but he just climbed on the roof to
Just-
clean the lenses. So I'll give you a shout out, Robbie.
Good job, Robbie. Up next we have.
And here comes Mark Randolph, our head photographer.
HEB, their Feast of Sharing is December 3rd at the Waco Convention Center. And again, this is part of their day off coming to help and support veterans. Thank you, HEB.
Wow.
And the Heart of Texas Old Car Club.
There you go.
They're up next. Even I'm feeling a little bit of drops here. It gets
Yeah.
a little bit of rain. And they always come out in full force with their classic cars. They're the best.
You know how classic I am when I look at that super sport that just went by, and that was in my era.
You're thinking, oh, yeah.
That was a new car when I was in high school or junior high, college even, for that matter. I think there's not many people along the curbs anymore.
That's
That's
right. I
sad
think
because,
they've-
again, with the veterans that are in the cars keeping warm, hopefully
Yeah.
they're not seeing the tribute that is a part of this great parade, that being able to show that, guess what? We're here to show you that we appreciate the veterans and the service that they've had from there. If you haven't sent us an email or a text, whatever, send us a shout out. It's on our live stream. Right under the viewing window there's a place that says send us a comment. Click on that, and that'll go directly to actually Dory Helm, and our office is back in the warm City Hall. And she will translate that and transmit that out to me here where we are on the Austin Avenue, right across from the Alico building, where the street is just, the flag is just way straight out, as straight as it can be. All right, my dad served in 2 wars in the Navy. This is from Darlene Souter. My brother served in the Army, and my father-in-law served in the Air Force during those 3 wars. Thanks to all now serving and those who have served in the past. And that's again from Darlene Souter here in Waco.
Thank you so much, Darlene.
Thank you, Darlene,
Thank
for
you
sending
to
us a
everybody
shout-out.
watching. This is a good day to watch a parade.
It is. I hope you're
Absolutely.
enjoying the warmth and keeping that. And if we're saying it's cold out here and you're getting tired of that, okay, we'll stop saying it then.
Nah, just come on and join us.
Yeah,
See how cold it is.
I like your attitude.
That's right.
Better.
Well, and you've seen when the kids are walking by with the flags
Yep,
and the wind
yep.
broke up, and I mean, they just got leaves in their face, and they just kept on. They
That's right.
persisted. They did a great job. So
They really did.
we are really grateful that
Look at
all
the-
of our
Look
participants.
at the rain blowing now. You can see
Yeah.
the rain blowing. It's not heavy.
Just
but
a
it's-
light drizzle.
But it's very horizontal rain.
Yeah.
Is what I call it.
Yeah, that's very true. And our parade veteran participants are still in the parade, hanging on, doing the best they can, doing a great job. So we're really grateful. Our bands are out there doing a wonderful job, doing great. And coming up, we have World War II and Korean veterans. And again, sticking close to the car.
Take a look at the flag on the top of the Alico building here. Look how it is standing straight out, and
That's
it's
right.
blowing blustery just like it is down here underneath the bottom of the Alico
All right.
building.
And McGregor, your McGregor band is in the parade. And look, they've got on their rain gear. They're ready. It's not stopping them. They're doing a great job. So thank you, McGregor High School and McGregor Band and McGregor Cheer.
Just take a moment here to thank the City of Waco employees. We had the Parks and Recreation Department provide us a generator for our equipment here on the Austin Avenue telecast. We've got all kind of things plugged in here, and we wouldn't be able to do it without them. And so I want to thank Jonathan Cook and Megan Davis and all the people at the Waco Parks and Recreation Department for being there. Let's listen. They're playing here. Well, they were playing.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being out in this weather. My goodness.
They are doing a great job. And look, just a little raincoat, they're fine. And the drummers never get a break. They're always playing.
They're always playing. That keeps their hands warm.
That's right.
While we're watching McGregor, this is McGregor?
This is McGregor High School.
Goodness, why didn't I mention that? Because McGregor, let's see how they did in the standings and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I think somebody's playing at McGregor at the football stadium. Yeah, that's what it
very
is.
good.
Yeah.
And we have our Gulf War veterans coming up next, representing the Gulf War veterans. Thank you so much, Desert Storm and Desert Shield.
I just want to take a moment right now. We mentioned Charlene Parker and Tom Parker. Tom is the past president of the McLennan County Veterans Association. The Veterans Association of McLennan County is who puts on this parade. They organize it. They put it together. Lloyd Kaufman is now the president, and he's assisted with that. And like Charlene said when she came by a while ago, it's a team effort. A whole bunch of people go to work on this, but it's a big project to take the reservations, to line them up. They line up there at 11th, the 10th, and 12th of Austin. When you're getting 180 units, lining them up, getting them in the right order, and frankly, look at the roof camera. Oh my goodness, the blowing It is really, really, really blowing. But to give the information, though, Kelly, to you, and then you pull it all together, and you've organized it. You've got probably 20 pages of information
Oh,
you've
my
typed
goodness.
and put together.
Yeah, and this is all about, so many people participating
Yeah.
in this parade. It is a massive undertaking.
exactly.
Last year the weather was too bad. We had to cancel it,
It
unfortunately.
did.
Yeah.
And they hated that they canceled it because it was it's such a tradition.
Yeah.
And so this is the 95th telecast, and so we're thankful for that. But at the same time, it's one of the things that we want to thank Tom and Charlene Parker primarily,
Absolutely.
and Lloyd Kaufman for putting all this and organizing it and putting it all together to make it work. And you're cleaning the lens, and it's on the air right now.
Hey, that is okay. That gives you an idea. It's wet and rainy, and the rain is is coming down a little more, but we're good. Like I say, our veterans are out here. Our bands are out here. We can be out here too, and we're protected. We're fortunately
so far so
protected
good.
from the
I have not
rain.
gotten any rain on me at all. However, my hands are so cold I can't tell.
Yeah,
whether-
you don't know. Yeah, they're like ice now. Yeah,
That's
exactly,
right.
exactly.
Well, man, let me tell you something. If you really wanted to be along the sidelines around the curb now, you would get all the candy you would ever want. They're pouring candy out like crazy right now.
Exactly.
And because there's nobody to get it. And so.
Yeah, this is a good time to come get some candy. And here we have Pete Peterson, our Just of the Peace. Yeah, he's saying, is it cold enough for you? No, I think it's good. I think this is just enough cold for us. We don't need any more.
One other group of people I want to definitely recognize, because we could not do it without it, is the people at Grande Communications. Grande Communications has provided to the city of Waco a free internet connection for us to be able to connect our transmitter to be able to send this back to our studios at City Hall. And we want to thank John Smith and Matt Rohr and all the people at Grande Communications. So many times they are stepping forward and doing things to help the city and help us provide information. We're going to have to listen to this. This is quite a crew right here.
All right. We got our motorcycle riders making it happen.
Oh, look at the dog in the free.
Oh.
Woo, hope he doesn't
Picking up
turn
his
over.
little shutter. Oh. Little puppy dog. And we still have plenty more to come. We had Brothers Keepers Motorcycle Club with President Benjamin Hernandez. McLennan County Service Officers are coming up. We've got a lot of great organizations still to come.
Yeah. At the end of the parade, you'll have an opportunity to call our viewer comment line, which we always appreciate because we like to know whether you've watched it and where you watched it from. So the number will be on your screen at the end of the broadcast, and we hope you'll let us know. And so that helps us, encourages us to do better and recognize the fact that you all are out there, and it's not just a one-way street here that we're providing a broadcast. You're coming, letting us know back that you have watched it and enjoyed it and gotten something out of this as well.
All right. Our Brothers Keeper is a motorcycle club made up of all firefighters, and they love supporting their community.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got some horses here in the middle of the parade. Normally they come at the end of the parade, but we
Normally they do. That's
got
right.
a few horses.
That's right.
And they are frisky in this cold weather.
I'm going to list out some of the special programs that will be airing today after the parade is over. Starting at 2 o'clock, the history of the WASP, which is the Women's Army Services Group. A very fascinating story. At 2:30, Chuck Frost, who is a Korean War pilot. At 3 o'clock, Paul Marable, who was a World War II prisoner of war. At 4:30, Frank Curry's story, an incredible story at Pearl Harbor. It's just a heart-wrenching one. Then at 5 o'clock, Martha Moyer was a nurse in World War II. Tells all kind of interesting things about her service to the country. At 5:30, Control Tower operator Wade Armstrong will tell his story. Henry Gonzalez at 6 o'clock, Vietnam he also runs the Young Marines here in Waco. At 6:30, we'll have Morris Barker, who was also a prisoner of war. At 7 p.m., Tom Beard was the Forgotten War of Korea. He'll talk about that. At 7:30, we have Richard Cunningham, an attack at Pearl Harbor. At 8 o'clock, a very fascinating Fields of Valor, the Camp MacArthur, World War I. And, you mentioned earlier, Kelly, how Armistice Day was the beginning of Veterans Day, 11/11. at 11 o'clock.
Exactly.
Back at the ending of World War I. And then at 8:30 we have Sam Basira Jr., who was a World War II prisoner of war. Those are just programs that will be airing on our channel. And if you don't get our channel on the cable or whatever, you can see all those programs on demand at whenever you want to. WCCC.tv, and just call up whatever program you want, and we'll be able to have you watch it.
All right, we have a Special Forces tank. The Special Forces come out in full force. Then we have Commissioner Will Jones, County Commissioner Will Jones, and coming up, a lot of horses. We've got let's see where they are. This is the Sons of the Confederacy Veterans, Camp 129. And we're coming up close to the end of the parade.
I think so.
We've got a lot of growth. The horses are a sign that it's the end of
right.
the parade. So here's our Sons of the Confederacy veterans coming.
They're giving us a shout out, aren't they?
Exactly.
That's a real shout out, isn't it? I'm just checking to make sure I haven't had any more emails, and I want to make sure we read before we end the broadcast.
Opportunity Center. We're good. Everyone looks so cold.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Yeah. The Lockridge Priest supports our military. They're here. And then we have, Salvation Army is up next with their disaster services, always ready to reach out in a time of need. So we thank them for participating. And we're slowly coming to the end. We've got a few more, and we're sticking around for all of them. Imagine if you had to be at the end of the parade. You had to wait through all of this.
Oh, man. Yeah, they had to wait to start, and then they'd say, could we? And that maybe is why some of them did drop out, and I wouldn't blame them.
Absolutely.
I'm not faulting with that, because originally had probably 180 units, and now we're down to about 130 or so. So maybe a few of them did drop out, but that's understandable.
Absolutely.
If I would have had the opportunity, we maybe would. No, we wouldn't.
We wouldn't have. We're here
there
for this. We work for this all year long, so this is exciting.
Well, I
for
tell you
us.
what, I am just mostly thrilled that those two $20,000 a piece cameras on the roof of this car have not fallen off or blown off or whatever else.
You are not kidding.
And we want to thank again Grande Communications for providing the hookup back to our studio. And what is this group here?
Sheriff's Department. We have the Sheriff's Department. We have the Color Guard. We have the Sheriff's Posse. Doing a great job. Sheriff Purnell McNamara. There have been 30 sheriffs in McLennan County since 1850.
How many?
33.
33 sheriffs.
33.
Huh? Well, there you go.
There's our Sheriff's Department.
Yep.
Got some tactical vehicles out there.
And boy, I tell you what, that is a vehicle there coming up here in the screen right now. Look at this big one.
Yeah, there's
wow,
our SWAT rescue team.
That's a big one.
And the Sheriff's Posse. I always love telling people from outside of Texas, yes, there are
I'd like to see him
sheriff.
parallel park that.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yes, they do have sheriff posses in Texas, and they are a rescue volunteer organization.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff's Posse. All right. We're going to end the parade with a little music. There you go.
There's a little rapping music coming up here, a little disco and everything else.
That's right.
So, well, Kelly, this has been, I will say, this is our 10th time to telecast, and I think it's your like 8th or whatever else. A lot of great. They're moving and jiving. Yes, you are. Well, it's been a great experience, and we're just really appreciative to you to be able to be here. And thank you, Kelly. I can't tell you, because all the information in the book has been prepared by you. All the shout outs and things. Thanks to Dory Helm and Natalie Galindo back at our office in City Hall. Our whole municipal information department, along with Kelly Crane from our.
And we got to thank Kyle Muscarello, because he's been out in the elements the entire time.
Yeah.
So
tell you what, Kyle, come here. Come here, Kyle.
Kyle,
come here. We're going to get Kyle's image in here. Come on. You on me? Are you on it? No, you got to
get a little bit further. A little bit
closer.
further.
There he is, right there.
It is so cold.
It is so cold.
And Robbie's been getting out on the.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can see the rain really starting to come
it really
down.
is.
So
Well, we're going to wrap this up real quick, but I want to thank again Grande Communications. I want to thank the Parks and Recreation Department of the City of Waco for providing the generator and all the support there, and all of my staff at the Municipal Information Department with Kyle Muscarella, who you just saw, who's weathered the storm more than anybody has. Robbie Pryor, who's inside the nice warm vehicle. He's in the background. Can you wave, Robbie?
There you
he
go.
is. Okay.
Hi, Robbie.
And
we can thank Troy, too, even though he's
Troy
back. Yeah,
Troy
he's
Shaw,
in the warm.
Troy
so,
Shaw back at our
yeah.
master control at City Hall, and then Dory Helm and Natalie Galindo back at the City Hall taking care of the shout-outs and things. We hope that you understand that we do this for one reason. It's because of our veterans, and it's all because we are in Waco. We love our veterans, and we want to let everybody else know and across the country that veterans are very important to our nation. And for our young people to learn this, to see the bands, the third graders from Hewitt Elementary show up, it's a great thing in this kind of weather to show the tribute to veterans. And we hope you veterans, if you're watching out there, will take advantage of the free meals that are out across the community. A lot of restaurants. Just go in and do that. And if you're out and about and you're not a veteran, you tell somebody thank you for your service. Give them a hug and thank them a lot for that. On behalf of Kelly Crane from the Waco-McLennan County Health District, who says,
get a flu shot.
Absolutely.
Now, get it today.
And all of the crew here at the City of Waco, we thank you for that, and have a great Veterans Day.
Thank you.